तो अभी जिनको नया स्टार्टअप जिनको टैग किया गया हमारे साथ, हम उनका स्वागत करते हैं CIMP BI की तरफ से। उसका एक फॉर्मल प्रोसेस ये होगा कि हम लोग आपको इंक्यूबेशन फॉर्म भेजेंगे, which you have to fill and then send back with certain document जो उसमें ऑलरेडी मेंशन होगा, राइट? Once you fill and send us the form, the filled form will assign you one-to-one mentor. इसका एक प्रोसेस होगा यहाँ पे। आपसे हम पिच डेक मांगेंगे आपका, जो भी आपका पिच डेक है, so that our faculty, both in-house and to industry experts हैं, हम उनके साथ आपके जितने भी लोग हमें भेजते हैं अपना पिच डेक, हम उनको शेयर करते हैं। Based on their interest, फिर जो है सो वो बोलते हैं कि हम इस स्टार्टअप को मेंटर करेंगे, राइट? This is how we assign dedicated mentor। आप लोग सब लोग को जितने भी नए स्टार्टअप है उनको डेडिकेटेड मेंटर मिलेगा, ठीक है? तो उसके अलावा भी मान लीजिए कि आपको किसी और एक्सपर्ट से जो है सो वो अगर मान लीजिए पैकेजिंग का एक्सपर्ट चाहिए या ब्रांडिंग का एक्सपर्ट चाहिए या कोई इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट चाहिए स्पेसिफिक नीड के लिए, वो भी जो है सो हम लोग ही करते हैं। तो आपके साथ अभी फॉर्म शेयर किया जाएगा, आपको पिच डेक मांगा जाएगा, आप लोग अपना पिच डेक जो है सो भेज दीजिए। एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप कम्युनिकेशन के लिए क्रिएट होगा, सारे जितने भी 53 स्टार्टअप जिनको हमारे साथ टैग किया गया है, और उसमें जो है सो सारी चीज़ें हम लोग कम्युनिकेशन जितना भी है जाता रहेगा, ठीक है? वंस इट इज डन, फिर हम लोग आपको मेंटर असाइन करेंगे, उसके बाद जो आपका प्रोसेस है। और SOP बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा इसका एक एलिमेंट कि आप कैसे अपने मेंटर के साथ कैसे इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, व्हाट शुड बी द मोड ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। आप यहाँ पे जो इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर है CIMP BIF का, तो वो आप उसको रूम पे रखेंगे, तो वो सब सारी चीज़ें जो स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसेस जो होगा, जो गाइडलाइंस होंगी, वो भी उसके साथ किया जाएगा। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड आई वेलकम ऑल ऑफ यू वंस अगेन।
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Priyanka Sinha, welcome you all on the behalf of entire CIMP family. With immense pleasure and honor, CIMP extends a warm welcome to the distinguished chief guest of today's session, Mr. Anshuman Sinha, sir, co-founder and COO startup Stereoid. Sir also happens to be a distinguished angel investor and talent management veteran with an illustrious career spanning over 25 years. Mr. Sinha's passion for startups has driven him to actively contribute to the entrepreneurial ecosystem through his comprehensive platform Startup Stereoid. Now, along with him, I take the immense pleasure to welcome Professor Dr. Rana Singh, sir, Director CIMP. I also take immense pleasure to welcome our CEO CIMP, Shri Kumod Kumar, sir. Along with him, I also take the immense pleasure to welcome Professor Vibhas Kumar, sir, Professor of Practice CIMP, and all the esteemed individuals gracing this magnificent hall today. I am delighted to have each one of you here with us. So before we start, I take this opportunity to brief our honorable guest of the day about our institution. Starting with Chandragupta Institute of Management, Patna, which is an esteemed institute established in 2008 by Shri Nitish Kumar, Chief Minister of Bihar. With government support, CIMP is an autonomous institute like IIMs. CIMP ranked top 125 in NIRF 2022, 31st among government B schools, and 6th in the East Zone. Also rated AAA+ by Career 360. So I would like to give a brief on our today's IIC activity. Today's IIC activity is a part of the Institution Innovation Council program initiated by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with AICTE. It aims to foster and shed light on unlocking funding opportunities, a guide to angel investment and venture capital funding for early stage entrepreneurs. Now it is my honor to invite Professor Dr. Rana Singh, sir, to grace us with his presence and deliver the welcome address. Please give a huge applause.
Our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Sinha ji, the co-founder and the brain behind this startup Stereoid, which is an SPV and technology-driven, technology-enabled platform. My esteemed colleague, Kumod Kumar ji, CEO CIMP and CEO CIMP BIF. My esteemed colleague, Professor Vibhas Kumar ji, and all the startup founders, co-founders, and members from the startup fraternity. I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you on this boot camp on startup funding strategies. So it has 3 words: startup, funding, and strategies. So I'm sure all of you are already funded by Bihar Startup Fund Trust. So you all know inside out what a startup is and how it should be functioning. Then comes the word funding, and funding is a very, very key focus area of a startup in the life of a startup, wherein it has to make sure that it is able to ensure, apart from the revenue growth, it has to have consistent amount of funding from national and international investors so that it has sufficient funds to scale up its business. Then comes the strategies. The word strategy originates from one of the Latin words strategos, which came in during the World War period, where we have to understand हमें कुछ अपने रणनीति बनानी है. So business is as good as war. That is why it is called as Rananiti. So in war to win, we made our strategies how to leave behind the competitors or leave behind the opponents. Here, Rananiti, that means it was a policy to fight the battle. Here, strategy is to fight the battle of the corporate world. We have to leave behind the corporate competitors. And to leave the competitors, we have to be ahead of them. Not just in terms of technology, products, services, but also in terms of the financial power. I'll take you in the annals of history and one example so that you can understand. We all know Ola today. Yes? We know it to be a successful organization. It charges 30-35% of commission. Once upon a time when it started to make sure that it penetrates all across the country, it was burning funds with millions and millions of US dollars and was offering the services to the customers at a very low price, was giving big amount of commission. So imagine it's charging 5 rupees a kilometer and paying another 5 rupees commission per kilometer, paying 10 rupees to the driver. So imagine what is the cost. It's taking 5 rupees from the customers and paying 10 rupees to the driver. So it was funding, means it was catering to a loss of 5 rupees per kilometer for a long period till it understood that now we have a monopoly market. Now they showed we have large number of customers. While they took the fund, they did not say that they are in deep reds. उन्होंने ये नहीं बताया कि हम इतने करोड़ की घाटे में. ये बताया I have 1 million or 2 million or 5 million satisfied customers. Imagine there were some investors who did not bother to ask what is your current, net in cash. What is the cash flow funds flowing? He said I have X millions of satisfied customers, delighted customers. They were pumping in a lot of money, and it became a grand success. So this was one story. Second, one more story I'll tell you so then they took funds to continue to run the organization in deep losses, and then they got more and more funds and they started making a lot of profit. So strategies for funding, very simple. We need to chase our revenue more than chasing the funding. I was having a conversation for 3 hours with Mr. Binchandani, the founder of the organization Naukri.com, investor behind Zomato, and he's a serial investor. And one of the reporters asked, "What is your net worth?" He said, "Well, it's a good question," and he could not respond because he was not in a position to respond. He has invested more than 500 plus companies in India and similar number in foreign entities. So he doesn't know what is the net valuation of all these companies because the market valuation of the company keeps changing because of the changes in the share prices. The first strategy, chase your revenue. Once your revenue becomes attractive and promising, I'm sure you will have a lot of investors from within the country and outside the country to come and ask, would you like to get some investment from me? So that's first strategy, chase your revenue. Don't chase your investments, funding strategies. Keep a focus of 80-20, 80% focus on enhancing your revenue. आप 80% अपना ध्यान कहाँ पे लगाएं? अपने सेल्स और रेवेन्यू को बढ़ाने के लिए, कस्टमर बेस को बढ़ाने के लिए, मार्केट शेयर को बढ़ाने के लिए, और 20% फोकस अपना फंडिंग को लेने के लिए फ्रॉम डोमेस्टिक इन्वेस्टर्स, फ्रॉम इंटरनेशनल इन्वेस्टर्स. थर्ड स्ट्रैटेजी इज to be very, very focused in terms of managing your social media. How you portray your company, its products, its services, its customers. So after sales service and your social media marketing, digital marketing has to be very, very promising, and you should have large or rather very high emphasis on social media marketing and data-driven marketing, content marketing, web-based marketing, email marketing, WhatsApp blast marketing, SMS marketing, and so on and so forth. So you should not leave any stone unturned
in terms of leveraging any of the technology-enabled mechanisms which can strengthen your revenue. Once the revenue goes on becoming stronger, the funding also becomes more and more. I'll give you one more example and I'll tell you how this became a turnaround. I've been mentoring a company called Pumpcart for the last 10 years. Now they have diversified into EV. Last 10 years, in the initial years, there was one advice from my side. And I gave him that you start pumping in 5 lakhs every month on Google AdWords. He kept on pumping on 5 lakhs, so in a year it was around 60 lakhs of pumping on Google AdWords. You would be surprised to know the way the revenue increased, the way the reach on his website increased, the way the sales and after sales service, all of them, they kept on increasing. That it became one case study for the entire team at Google US, and this was such a promising case. 6 million INR, close to almost $1 million, very close to $1 million. And then when our Honorable Prime Minister went to US, Sundar Pichai was delighted to share, well, Mr. Prime Minister, it's my pleasure to inform you that one of the e-commerce portals based at Chandigarh has been doing an amazing job and is pumping so much on digital marketing and has acquired large quantum of customers in down south markets including Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and so on and so forth. So this was discussed as a case study in front of our Honorable Prime Minister when he went to US, not because of the fact that it was a small company, but a small e-commerce company operating from Chandigarh and capturing the markets in down south. So the most, and you will be surprised to know, when he made this announcement in US, from the next day, the first call he got was from CM Jayalalitha. Please come to Tamil Nadu, we'll give you everything. She offered him free office, free land, everything. You start operating from Tamil Nadu. And he went. He had a plethora of investors calling him to pump money in his company. So imagine, when you're doing a good work, when your reach increases, I'm sure you get funding opportunities from all over the world. So with these words, I think that was just, I wanted to set the tone and tenor of the program. We have an amazing expert coming all the way from US. He has a large number of investors on his app, Startup Steroid, and it's an online app. Very few such institutions are operating within the country. One of it I know is India Accelerator, which is having a technology-enabled platform in India, doing an amazing job. In US, there are some other competitors he was sharing. In Europe also, we have some very good platforms. Africa, there are 2 such portals that are coming up. They're doing an amazing job. We think Africa is not as advanced as US. There's one African app also doing a great job. So first job is to understand how good is my company, how eligible I am to accept money from, what are the norms, what are the practices, what is my eligibility criteria, how much money do I need, what is the best funding source, is it debt or equity or a blend of the two, or optionally convertible debentures. If you want to convert into equity, you can do it. If you want to convert into equity or maybe in the form of debenture, you can do it. So you need to understand about financial modeling. हमें कब पैसा चाहिए, कितना चाहिए, हम अपनी कितनी इक्विटी डाइल्यूट करने के लिए तैयार हैं, हम डेट लें या इक्विटी लें, इत्यादि इत्यादि. तो बहुत सारी strategies हैं. Probably we'll have a separate session sometimes later. But I once again take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest with a big round of applause from our side. And I extend my sincere thanks to all of you who have either chosen or have been forcibly tagged. I trust it, even if they forcibly tagged you and you did not reject it, I understand it. So I welcome you all to CIMP family on my behalf, on behalf of CIMP family, on behalf of CIMP BIF and all our esteemed members on the dais. I assure you that CIMP would be leaving no stone unturned in making all your good startups great in the times to come. And I wish you great success, and we shall continue to mentor you, extend wholehearted support in the times to come, and make sure you feel at home here. And with limited exposure and experience which me and Kumoji we have with us, we would like to extend it in 100%, and we'll take every endeavor to make sincere contributions in your growth trajectory and make sure you become known nationally, globally, and leave your footprints on the sands of time in the startup domain and make sure your journey becomes a grand success. And I will close my initial welcome to all of you. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So today your arrival at the CIMP. CIMP is the first step, and we look forward to be working collaboratively. Wherever you need us, we will stand by you. And all our faculty members, they're coming from premier institutions including IIMS, XLRI, NITI. So we would love to extend their expertise also to strengthen your marketing strategies, your funding strategies, and your sometimes merger and acquisition. You might like to acquire some organization, or you might like to wind up your organization and become part of a bigger organization. So there would be a lot of opportunities coming in front of you. So I once again welcome all of you on the dais, off the dais. Thank you very much. Wish you good luck.
Thank you so much, sir, for an energetic and enthusiastic welcome address. Now, moving forward, I would like to invite Professor Vibhas Kumar, sir, for his welcome address and enlightening us with his valuable knowledge and experience. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm really delighted. Of course, my schedule was not here to be, but then looking at it and meeting Mr. Anshuman Sinha, person with such a great personality, with such an initiative. I heard it for last couple of minutes before coming up. So I decided to come and take the opportunity to meet all of you once again. Last time I had met you people. So today is a very, very important day when, like previous times, one very illustrious person who is driving and showing the torch for all the, is a torch bearer for all the startup to not only in India but in USA and all, many other countries. And he is from Bihar, so he has also decided to, soon he will be joining us and he will be leading the path for your journey into the business world. So today's topic, he will be addressing on the startup funding strategy, fundraising strategy. And on behalf of entire CIMP family, Dr. Rana Sahab was already welcome. We are delighted to hear him. So I will not be taking much time. Thank you once again, Dr. Rana sir, Sumant Sinha ji, Kumar ji, and entire startups family for this opportunity. And we are sure that such opportunities, all of you who have already taken journey and who have just joined, will be crossing all the hurdles together, and it will be going to be a great success story. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. Anshuman Sinha, sir, without any further delay, to enlighten us with his knowledge and experience.
Fortunately, we are alumni also. Wow. Thank you so much everyone for being here. Dr. Rana Sahab ji, thank you so much for inviting me. मैं अगर आज यहाँ आया हूँ तो उसमें डॉक्टर कुमार साहब का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। हम लोग एक दो प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिले, उनके बाद उनसे बात और चर्चा शुरू हुई और फिर हम लोग टाई में भी जुड़े हैं। हम लोग प्रोपोनेंट ऑफ टाई और टाई को सेटअप करने के लिए, और उन्होंने बोला कि भाई आप जब नेक्स्ट टाइम पटना आ रहे हैं तो यहाँ का प्रोग्राम जरूर रहेगा। और आज उनके ऑफिस में फिर सारे लोगों से मुलाकात हुई और इट इज़ अ ग्रेट प्लेजर फॉर मी टू बी हियर एंड यू नो बी इंटरैक्टिंग विद यू। दिस इज द थिंग दैट गिव्स मी एनर्जी, दिस इज द थिंग दैट you know motivates me for the next day, you know how to improve, how to help, और कैसे अपने कुंबे को बड़ा किया जाए। And I'm glad that you know all of you either belong to Bihar or from Bihar or have come into Bihar to set up your startup. Startup ही दुनिया को बदलेगा। अमेरिका में we have seen that happen. Europe is taking the lead right now and you know following on these steps. And India is big. Anything that happens in India certainly becomes very, very big because India has the numbers. You know, I'll start, you know, coaching you or, you know, guiding you in what I know about startup funding.
But before that, I'll tell you a story. Recently, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, came to India to open a store in Mumbai. Before that, he has opened one more store in New York. There are over 526 stores worldwide of Apple. Anyone, can you tell me why did Tim Cook chose India to come and open a store? What motivated him to take time from his busy schedule and come here and then go and ribbon cut a store opening? Why did he do that? Anyone?
Size of market, sir, and the way the India is growing in that market.
Size of market is one, which is a correct answer. Here everything is exponential. To sell, a million unit in America when the population is 325 million people is much more difficult than selling a 1 million unit here in India when the population is in millions. So all around the world, everybody, all the CEOs, CXOs are looking at India as a big untapped market. And right now, with the help of Government of India is also on the right track to make sure that how to protect and how to give access to our marketplace and what to demand from these large companies. This is why manufacturing units are being set up. This is why logistics companies are being set up. And we are now not just doing technology, but so many other things, because the current leadership has identified that if we want to grow India, if we want to make it a $1 trillion economy, what are the steps that we should be doing? So there also Government of India is thinking about what the funding strategies are going to be for institutional investors, for outside investors to come and invest in India. When, as a startup founder, you are looking at investment portfolios and how to get funding for your startup, you should be learning so many more things from what is happening around you, who got funding. Just don't look at the news articles that such and such company got a funding of $1 million or $2 million or $10 million. Try to understand that how did they achieve those goals and how did they motivate the investor to write that check. So with that, I'll take you through a quick presentation. In the presentation, we will do a Q&A. English is okay, or should I mix it? Should I do it in Hindi?
Mixed language.
Mixed language. Okay. So my name is Anshuman Sinha. I've been in a true product of Bihar. Was born in Bhagalpur. Started by school education from in Rajendra Nagar, Patna. I live in Mangalpur. And after that went to St. James High School, from there to BN College, and then Science College. Did my graduation from there in geology, and then went to Ellen Mishra Institute. I was off the initial batches. I passed out in 1995, got married in 1995 before the MBA results were out, and in 1998 I went to America. I was married when I didn't have a job, and then went to America, learned the ropes of success. And one thing that I took back is that there is no shortcut to hard work. अगर आपको सक्सेस चाहिए तो हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ेगा. आप लोग सब लोग स्टार्टअप फाउंडर हैं, इसमें और ज़्यादा मेहनत की जरूरत पड़ती है. And during my taking you through the PowerPoint presentation, I'll tell you some small stories. इसका क्या मायने होता है और स्टार्टअप फाउंडर एक एंटरप्रेन्योर से कैसे अलग है, और उस डिस्टिंक्शन को समझना बहुत जरूरी है. मोटिवेशन आपके अंदर हर दिन होना चाहिए. कोई भी रिजल्ट जो आपके मन मुताबिक नहीं हो रही है उससे आप लोगों को मायूस नहीं होना चाहिए. keep forging ahead every day. A baby step. कल मैं अपने बीहर केस में मैं बोल रहा था कि भाई if you do something for 12 minutes a day every day for 365 days, that equates to 100 hours for that skill set development. तो कोई भी चीज अगर आप 12 मिनट हर दिन करते हैं, 365 दिन करते हैं, तो उसमें आप किसी भी दूसरे आदमी से 100 घंटे का एक्सपीरियंस आपको एक साथ में हो जाएगा. और जब आपको कोई चीज का 100 घंटे, 200 घंटे, 500 घंटे का एक्सपीरियंस हो जाता है तो आपको कोई उसमें बीट नहीं कर सकता. ये सिंपल सा नियम है. हम लोग जब हिंदी पढ़ा करते थे तो एक से एक मुहावरा है कि पत्थर भी घिसता है, पानी से और एक पतली रस्सी उस पर अपना मार्ग बना देती है। तो वो कंसिस्टेंसी को ही बताता है। हर सवेरे उठ करके आपको अपने स्टार्टअप को अगले फेज में कैसे ले जाना है, अगर ये सोच के साथ आप उठिए तो बहुत बढ़िया रहेगा और फिर चीजें खुलती जाएंगी। लेट्स स्टार्ट। This is my LinkedIn, so if you want to get follow me or get associated with me, please click on that QR code and send me a connection request. आज का टॉपिक है स्टार्टअप फंड रेजिंग, स्ट्रैटेजीज, तो इसी पे आज चर्चा होगी। The fundraising is these are the main parts, friends and family round। उसके पहले आप बूट स्टार्टिंग करते हैं, उसके बाद फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली राउंड आता है, उसके बाद प्री सीड में आ जाते हैं, फिर सीड इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए क्वालिफाई करते हैं, फिर सीरीज ए, बीच में सीड और सीरीज ए के बीच में बहुत सारी कंपनियां ब्रिज राउंड में जाती हैं क्योंकि उनको थोड़ा सा पैसा चाहिए, क्योंकि सीरीज ए के लिए वो अभी तैयार नहीं हो पाते, और उसके बाद फिर सीरीज बी, सी, डी, एफ जाते हो, और फिर उसके बाद या तो आप एग्जिट करते हो इन द स्टॉक मार्केट या किसी बड़ी कंपनी के द्वारा खरीद लिए जाते हो, चाहे पी कंपनी आपको खरीदती है, प्राइवेट इक्विटी फर्म मैनेजमेंट को रिप्लेस करती है और उसको फिर एक्सेलरेटेड ग्रोथ मोड पे ले जाती है। तो मोटा मोटी यही है बूटस्ट्रैपिंग, फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली राउंड, प्री सीड, देन सीरीज ए, बीच में ब्रिज राउंड आप कर सकते हैं, फिर सीरीज बी, सीरीज सी एंड बियॉन्ड करके आ जाते हैं। क्यों वो यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करता है? बाय लुकिंग एट द पर्पस ऑफ योर कंपनी, उसी से इन्वेस्टर तैयार होते हैं, और जो आप अमाउंट रेज करते हैं और फिर एक्सपेक्टेशन ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स को अगर आप मीट करते जाते हैं तो फॉलो ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी आपको मिलता है। तो इस पे कोई क्वेश्चन? फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली राउंड पे कैसे किया जाता है, क्या करना है, बूटस्ट्रैपिंग कितना दिन तक करना चाहिए, कितना पैसा लगाना चाहिए, एनी क्वेश्चंस रिलेटेड टू